What is shaking, everybody? It's been a minute. Again, I get tired of saying that. But, lately we've been doing a lot of fat cattle. Been trying to get a video of it, but it's always really fast-paced. And they're obviously a lot bigger than the feeder calves, or baby calves, weaning babies, whatever. So there's a lot higher risk getting hurt if they turn around and try to come at you, so there's a lot of focus involved. Fat cattle are easy to load, but there's still a danger element. There's a lot more stuff that can go wrong when things do go wrong. Oh, goodness gracious. And the week before last, we loaded a lot of calves out of Nebraska and took them out to Elk Mountain, Wyoming. They're going to go on grass there. We'll haul them out in the fall to feedlots. And this week has been fats, and now I'm getting ready to go up Kimball, South Dakota to load and head down to Sublette, Kansas. Now, you guys saw in my last video or two that I had a loader hood on after I hit that deer and wrapped them up in the fender. Dropped truck off last Thursday so they could put the hood on. When we dropped off, we told them that we wanted to replace the air because it had a hole in it. The guy said, alright, they'll get it done. Got the call Monday morning, truck was done, went down there, paid the bill, hooked up the trailer, got on the highway, and we were stuck in air. So, pulled off in the truck stop, popped the hood, and then they didn't replace the air-to-air. Called the guy, and he said that we didn't say anything to him, which was a lie. But I'm going to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I do think he was trying to cover his ass a little bit when he was talking to me on the phone, but the guy's a very busy guy. He's got a lot of trucks in and out of there doing estimates for, and I think it's something where he knows he got told, but he forgot to write it down. Or forgot to say something to somebody, so it is what it is. We got one ordered. Shipped it to the shop in Burwell. Went up there today, put the air-to-air in, replaced all the boots. And we're still sucking some air, and I'm pretty sure it's coming from the elbow that goes into the turbo. It's got a little O-ring seal on it, gasket, whatever you call it. And from time to time they go out. Not very often. When you replace the turbo, you replace it. But pretty sure that's where it's leaking from, because we put pressure in the system from there forward, and everything forward's great. It's holding air, nothing's leaking. So, pretty sure that's where it's coming from. It's about the only place it can be coming from. But, we're dealing with that. So, we'll try our luck going up to Kimball. Expressed our concerns, but it is what it is. Well, long story short, if anything goes wrong, it's not on us. So, it is what it is. It's going to be a very long day, a very long night, and a very long day tomorrow. But we'll get it done. You got to play mechanic all this morning, then haul fat cattle, and now I got to go up and play with the calves. But money's going to be good. It's going to be worth it. So, I'll hopefully either see you guys up there or down in Kansas. It is the next day. My word, my hat is messed up. Good thing it's a work hat. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a change of plans. Oh, goodness gracious. So I left for Kimball. When I got up towards Broken Bow, got a call from Brad, and my buddy Kenny was going to meet me halfway in Burwell. So, how that worked out is I went up to Kimball, loaded, come down to Burwell, unloaded the sale barn, reloaded them onto Kenny, and I come over here at the shop. So we'll kind of get into that. So I went up to Kimball. Long ride up there. Is what it is. Got there. Got right to the chute. Got my cattle. I believe it was 49 steers total. It was a 10 and 39. They could be. They were mixed. So no big deal. And then 13 heifers on the back. Steers were 9 weight or so. Heifers were around 8 weights. Oh goodness. I told my buddy Kenny to bump south chutes, and I would come pick him up, or I'd unload my stuff and get everything pinned because the heifers had to be separate, and then I'd wake him up when we get everything loaded. Apparently he didn't know that they had south chutes. South chutes have a big old light in it. You can see what you're doing. But he bumped the east chutes. No big deal. The only big issue was there's no light. So unloaded my stuff, penned up the heifers, penned up steers, and then woke him up, and we kind of discussed how I wanted to load him. Got his trailer set up the same way as mine. He had his nose deck down, and his top deck's lower than mine. So he could load horses on top deck if he needed to. So when he sets nose deck down, 9 weights are just about scratching their back on that nose deck. But they're boards, so I don't blame him for not wanting to put it up. But how we wanted to do the heifers, the steers wouldn't have fit great. It would have been really tight, and it's too hot to do that. So, loaded the same way I loaded my trailer, 6, 21, 22, 13 heifers on the back. And everything went pretty well, surprisingly. There's no lighting over on that side, can't see nothing, and being able to cut out the right number of the black and black baldy steers and do that without getting run over, I was pretty impressed. But got Kenny loaded, sent him out, and I come over to the shop, went to bed. And while I was in bed, Steve popped the hood, looked things over, and that's where we're at today. I told you guys about that little O-ring, and I'll show you all this little O-ring here. Not all that big, not all that special. But on the turbo, on this piece of the turbo here, where the elbow comes into this deal, it goes on that elbow right in here. Now you can see we got turbo off. The reason we got turbo off is because Steve looked at this morning. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. There we go. We're cracked. So we got a new one of those coming. And Bob went to go get it. It was in Norfolk. They weren't going to deliver. So Bob went down there. He's going to pick it up, bring it back. Should be here later this afternoon. Early evening. Depends how fast Bob drives. And we will put that on. And put that little O-ring on, and everything should be good. Flip you back around here. We'll have to take the center off. This is where the turbo hooks in right here. And it's a 3-piece little deal. So we're just getting the center. So we'll pull that out when Steve gets back. Pull everything off, get the center out. Bob gets here, we'll put the center back in. And then we'll put turbo back on. Hook all the oil lines up, and then we should be good to go. Then we'll put that air-to-air piece comes out of there. We'll transfer into an elbow, and then we'll put that O-ring on, and then everything should be just peachy. I hope. This is actually the first time I ever pulled a turbo off that wasn't shot, so definitely a new experience. I think maybe I'll flip you guys around one more time just to irritate the shit at you. There's a new hood. Did a great job on it. And there's the Moose Masher. Had that on the Rose Pete. Put it on here. Slam latch. Love it. I think they could have finishing sanded and polished it a little bit. Get rid of some of that orange peel. I mean, that's just the body guy in me. But I mean, they put new splash shields on the inside, painted the inside of the hood. I fixed both sides. Fixed the cowl problem on top. You can see a piece of my air-to-air tube. Hell, they did good. They did good. And also today, got a new wiper motor for washer fluid. And then the other day, we sheared this little bolt off here that holds the L bracket for the fisheye mirror. So Not great. You don't really need it driving down the road, but making some turns and backing up, it's nice to have. But to show you how good my luck is, last night I was going through Springview, and my mirror insert popped out. This gasket here wraps around the insert, and it's just kind of pressure fit in there. Well, thank goodness the mirror heater deal hung on and it held on to it. Pulled off, fought forever to get this little gasket back on. So I don't have no glue or nothing to hold it. Put it in there, and then obviously ran some duct tape around the outsides of it just to hold it in. So it works. It's not ideal, but it works. It is day 3. I'm not going to keep doing this every day. I think we're going to cut it off after this deal. But what happened, as you can see I'm not in my truck, is all that stuff I told you guys we needed that Bob was going to go down and get. Bob got down there. Turns out they didn't have it. Computer said they had it, but they didn't have it in back. Now, that kind of irritates me a little bit for obvious reasons, but the thing that bugs me the most about it is you can really tell a good part guy from a bad part guy, because they can go, if they have one part left, they're going to double check, especially with something they don't sell out too often. So, but they didn't check it, they didn't get it, or they didn't have it. So Bob drove down there for nothing. Now, mechanics told me that whole deal, and what they got told was that, and what my boss got told apparently, was that Bob was going to go down in the morning and pick it up. Well, I hung around at the shop after everybody left. Bob showed up. Bob was telling me that what he thought they were going to do was they were going to order it in and they were going to ship it on their truck, which comes on Friday. Today's Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. So, I waited around a while longer. Brad showed up, and what Brad told me was he thought they were going to ASAP it. So there was a huge lack of communication and a huge bit of miscommunication between everybody. So nobody really knew what was going on. So I think what their plan was, they wanted me to stay at the shop. Couldn't run the truck, couldn't idle the truck, hotter than hell in there, and try to lay around outside, too many bugs. And it was just, I ain't doing that. Ain't doing that. Didn't eat all day, anything like that. So my beautiful wife, love her to death, she jumped in the car and she drove 2 hours over there to pick me up and then drive me home. We got home around 1:30, I think. So for a guy going on a hour of sleep, get home then, made me something to eat, and went to bed. And then got up this morning, and I think around 10:45, Steve texted me, said they were UPSing a part. So they hadn't got it yet. So obviously he's not happy, and it is what it is. Well, then boss man called me and wanted to know what was going on, and I explained everything to him as far as what I knew. So, I mean, the truth of the matter is nobody really knows what's going on or knows when anything's going to be fixed. So, it is what it is. This is trucking. This stuff happens. It's just I'm lucky enough that I'm able to live close enough to go home. But it's still up in the air whether or not I'm going back to work today or tomorrow or what we're doing. So, but as far as what I'm doing right now, I got up this morning and then my brothers called. My youngest brother was going down to look at a pickup. So he went down to Hastings last night where my other brother lives. He was a police officer. So they left out this morning, kind of hopped around different dealers. And then when they swung back through to give me a call, and me and my lovely wife went and ate dinner with them. Got to see my niece, my brothers, and they took off. We went home for a bit. My wife decided that she wanted some apples, and like, okay. Yeah, we live semi-close to the store. I mean, we live in town anyway. So we went ahead I went ahead, jumped in the car, and went over here to get her some apples. So I think I better cut this off here before I get a phone call and get yelled at. Because I've been gone for a little bit. But anyway, guys, I'm going to make another one. And to my buddy there, he keeps on commenting, wondering when we're going to get another video up. I apologize, man. You know, we've been trying, it's just not really worked out, and this whole week has just been a nightmare. So we'll cut this off here. I thank you guys for watching as always, and I hope y'all are having a good day.